If you're pregnant or you know someone who is, chances are you've heard the phrase birth plan more times than you can count. Maybe you've already made one. Maybe you've got a Pinterest board full of ideas, dim lighting, a specific playlist, delayed cord clamping, skin to skin the second the baby arrives. Maybe you've written it all down in a neat little document to hand to your nurse. And that's wonderful. Birth plans matter. They give you a voice in one of the most vulnerable moments of your life. But here's something nobody tells you clearly enough, and it's the whole reason we're talking today. A birth plan is not a contract with your body. It's not a guarantee. It's a conversation, a starting point for what you hope will happen. So today, we're going to walk through exactly what you can control when it comes to birth. And just as important, what you can't. Because understanding the difference isn't discouraging. It's actually one of the kindest things you can do for yourself before the big day arrives. Let's get into it. What a birth plan actually is. First, let's reframe something. A birth plan is really more of a birth preference sheet. It's a way to communicate your values and wishes to the people who will be caring for you. Your OB, your midwife, your nurses, your doula, your partner. It's not a script for your labour to follow. It's a letter that says, here's what matters to me. Here's who I am. Here's what I'd love if things go smoothly. Think of it less like a rule book and more like packing a suitcase for a trip where you don't fully control the weather. You still get to choose what you bring. You still get to decide how you want to experience the trip as much as possible. But you can't control the storm that might roll in. Holding both of those truths at once, I get to choose things, and I don't get to choose everything. That's the heart of today's video. What you can control. Let's start with the good news. There is actually a lot within your control, more than most people realize. Your environment. You can often choose things like lighting, music, who's in the room with you, and whether you want a birthing ball, a tub, or a specific position to labour in. You can ask for the room to be quiet. You can ask for your favourite blanket from home. These small comforts matter more than they sound like they would. Who supports you? You get to decide who holds your hand. A partner, a mother, a sister, a doula, a best friend. You can decide who doesn't come into the room too. That boundary is yours to set. Your information. You can ask questions. You can ask your provider to explain a procedure before it happens, unless it's a true emergency. You can ask, what are my options right now? Instead of just being told what's next. Informed consent isn't a bonus, it's your right. Your pain management preferences. Whether you hope for an unmedicated birth, want the epidural as soon as it's available, or want to stay open and decide in the moment, that's your call to communicate. You can also change your mind partway through, and that's not a failure. That's you listening to your own body in real time. Certain afterbirth moments, things like immediate skin to skin, delayed cord clamping, who cuts the cord, breastfeeding right away, or having a moment of quiet before visitors come in. These are often very much within your control and worth writing down. Your voice throughout. Even when things shift, you can still ask questions. You can still say, wait, please explain that first. You can still advocate for yourself or have someone advocate for you. That voice doesn't disappear just because the plan changes. So yes, there is real, meaningful control here. Your preferences deserve to be heard, respected, and honoured whenever safely possible. What you can't control. Now, the harder part, and I want to say this gently, because this is the part that trips people up, not because they did anything wrong, but because birth is one of the few experiences in life that resists our need to plan it perfectly. How your labour unfolds. You can't control whether labour starts on your due date, 2 weeks early, or 10 days late. You can't control whether it's 4 hours or 40. Some bodies open quickly, others take the time. Neither is a reflection of your strength or your worth. How your baby responds. Babies have their own experience of birth too. Some come down easily. Some need a little more time, a change in position, or extra support. You can't control your baby's heart rate, their position, or how they handle the intensity of labour. That's between the two of you and your care team, working together in real time. Whether complications arise. Sometimes labour that starts out completely low risk needs to shift. For a fever, for bleeding, for a baby who needs closer monitoring. These moments are not punishments. They're not proof the plan failed. They are simply what sometimes happens in a process this complex. Whether you need a C-section, even the most prepared, most researched, most intentional person can end up needing a cesarean. It's not a measure of how hard you tried. Bodies are unpredictable, and sometimes the safest path forward looks nothing like the one you imagined. Other people's timing and decisions. Shift changes happen. Providers you didn't choose may be the ones in the room. Hospitals have policies. None of this is personal. It's simply how a busy, imperfect system operates, even at its best. The emotional experience itself. You can't fully control how you'll feel in the moment. Some people feel calm surprise. Some feel fear. Some feel a strength they didn't know they had. You can prepare, but you can't script your own emotions in advance. And that's human, not a flaw. Here's the truth underneath all of this. Birth is a collaboration between your body, your baby, and the unknown. No amount of planning removes the unknown completely. And that's not a failure of your preparation. That's just what it means to bring a person into the world. Why this distinction matters. So why does any of this matter? Why not just make a plan and hope for the best? Because here's what happens when people don't separate what I can control from what I can't. They walk away from birth, even a healthy, safe birth, feeling like they failed, like their body betrayed them, like they did something wrong, when really nothing went wrong at all. Things just went differently. Grief and disappointment after a birth that didn't go as planned are real and they're valid. Nobody should tell you to just be grateful the baby is healthy and move on. Your feelings about your experience matter too, but so much of that pain can be softened, not erased, but softened, when you walk in understanding from the start. My plan is my voice, not my guarantee. That mental shift changes everything. It means if your labour takes a turn, you're not thinking, I failed my plan. You're thinking, my plan was there to guide the parts I could shape, and now we're adjusting to what my body and my baby need. That's not defeat, that's flexibility, and flexibility in birth is its own kind of strength. How to build a plan that holds both. So how do you actually build a birth plan with all of this in mind? A few gentle suggestions. Write your preferences and write your if things change wishes too. Instead of only planning for the birth you hope for, add a section for the birth that might happen instead. What matters to you if you need an epidural you didn't originally want? What matters to you if a C-section becomes necessary? Do you still want skin to skin? Do you still want a certain person in the room? Planning for both scenarios isn't pessimism. It's self-compassion in advance. Talk to your midwife honestly. Ask them, what tends to happen in situations like mine? What are the most common reasons plans shift? Midwives who are used to real conversations will meet you with honesty, not fear. Choose a support person who knows the difference too. Whoever is in that room with you, make sure they understand that their job isn't to enforce a checklist. Their job is to advocate for your voice, whatever the moment requires. Let go of the idea that flexibility equals failure. If your birth ends up nothing like the one you imagined, that doesn't erase your preparation. It doesn't mean you didn't try hard enough. It means you brought a person into the world under circumstances that were, in the end, simply out of your hands. And that's true for every parent who has ever lived, in every generation, everywhere. A word for after the birth. If you're watching this after your birth already happened and it didn't go the way you hoped, I want to say something directly to you. Nothing about how your baby arrived changes how deeply you love them. Nothing about needing extra help, extra intervention, or a completely different path than you imagined says anything about your strength, your worth, or your ability as a parent. You did not fail a plan. You met an unknown moment in real time with the information and options you had. That is not failure. That is what birth has always asked of every person who has ever done it. Give yourself the same compassion you'd give a friend telling you her story. You deserve that same softness. So, to bring it all together, a birth plan is a beautiful, important tool. Use it. Write down what matters to you. Speak up. Ask questions. Choose your support people. Shape the parts of this experience that are truly yours to shape. And then hold the rest a little more loosely. Not because it doesn't matter, but because birth was never meant to be fully controlled. It was only ever meant to be met, one moment at a time, with support around you and grace for yourself. Your plan is your voice. Your birth is your story. And however it unfolds, it's still yours. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you feel even a little more at ease, share it with someone who might need to hear it too.